Are there any questions that you might have?
Hi, hi, Praful. This is Muzaffar,
Okay.
and I would like to two things here.
Yeah,
Today you have explained about the task two,
correct.
right? So task two, suppose I am writing the task two. So is it two ideas is sufficient for task two? If I write a paragraph one contain one idea and paragraph two contain two idea and conclusion,
Hmm.
is it good idea?
So yeah, for that order, it's good. When the teachers are looking at how you've organized, if you have
Mm-hmm.
two ideas, like an introduction and two body paragraphs, or if you have three body paragraphs, that's not going to change your mark. It's going to be more how complex your sentences are, the level of vocabulary, and the details that you're expressing. That's
Okay.
going to determine. So I might see some samples that have two body paragraphs, like an introduction, two body paragraphs, one sentence conclusion, or others may choose to have three body paragraphs. It doesn't matter for the examiners. Either way, we're looking at your ideas and the complexity of that.
Okay.
Okay.
And what about this? Suppose in the survey, we always get survey, right? So there is a, we always start with some specific format. So does it good idea to start some specific format? Like I generally say, I personally think that choice is a better idea. And then I say opposite side, and then I conclude, no, I firmly believe that. So I always start with this. So this is a good idea or bad idea?
So
Start with a
yeah,
specific format.
yeah. So with Celpip, the teachers are always watching, is this something memorized or is this something natural? And
Okay.
so the advice that I can give is, like many students in IELTS, for example, they use the term nowadays, or they're using common phrases, and we see them in many different essays. Um, so there's some words that I wouldn't use, or some phrases, but at the same time, there's only 3 or 4 different ways to explain your idea. So if you say, in my opinion, I believe, or the choice for me would be,
Right.
um, it's not bad, but just don't have memorized phrases that you're putting into different sections in your writing, because then teachers will look and say, well, this kind of sounds like just a memorized phrase, or is this more natural, like a person would talk with another person?
But what introduction and conclusion, I think always same. Means yes, we can say that there are 4 and 5 way to conclude, or 4 and 5 way to is introduction. So
Yeah,
that will always the same. But yes, paragraph one and paragraph two should be different. Depend on the situation.
correct. Because part of what they look at, and this is different from IELTS, is the tone, meaning, is it formal or informal, and is it kind of natural of how people would express their ideas here in Canada? And so that's where sometimes there's some confusion, because like when I see if somebody's writing about a restaurant, but then they're using phrases and it sounds like they're talking about some being in a shopping mall, or like it's not fitting the context of the restaurant. The Celpip examiners look more in some of those areas. So you always have to think, okay, if I'm in a fancy restaurant, an expensive restaurant, how would I talk to the waiter? How would I talk to the manager? Because that's the tone, or we say the context of that situation. It's different than if I'm in a fast food restaurant, or there it's a little bit more casual, it's a little bit more laid back.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep, you're
So
welcome.
it doesn't make difference if I use same format or introduction and conclusion, right? But the paragraph should be different or based on the situation.
Correct. Yep, that makes sense.